Hello there. So I finished Mark of the Fool 3, and I gotta say, I'm absolutely enjoying this. The book 1, I was thinking would take an entire year out of the going to school for a wizard, but this book really does encapsulate what it would really feel like to go. There is something about each book is a semester. Book 1 is semester, or the first semester he's there. Book 2 is the second semester. Book 3 is the summer semester. Book 4, I guess, will be the semester that follows. It's literally only been 1 year. 3 books to complete 1 year, to go full circle, and I absolutely am enjoying it. Because it, like I said in the last review, it's not really focusing on well, it kind of is now. It kind of is now, because it like how the last book ends. It's like, all right, how book 3 ends, they're finally going back to the beginning. They're going back to where he was running away from. They're going back to where he's afraid to return to because of his mark, because of the mark of the fool. And I gotta say, I've been entertained from the beginning. I've absolutely enjoyed him going to classes. I've enjoyed him taking on these challenges. I've enjoyed even the fact that the main boss and everything that's it's not affecting him directly. Well, except for him being hunted because he meddled with the core, everything seems to be happening around him, and you hear about it. Just like in this one, it's the demon summoning. The demon summoning that's happening near the wizarding school in that city, the main city. In the main character, Alex is just doing his own thing, taking his own classes. Picking in the beginning of this one, he's picking his summer courses. What's he gonna do? And I was thinking, it was just like, okay, how are they gonna do this one? It's an entire semester. Well, there's a huge tournament going on, so they include the tournament, which was like, okay, this is, I guess, it would be the Goblet of Fire equivalent, but just much better. There's something about it that just feels so, a lot better. Because one thing I liked in this one, I love it when an author can, refer to themselves in a book, not where they name drop themselves, but where it's like a nudge to either the title of the book or something. And in this one, it was like the love interest parents are going to come visit them in their town, and they were like, how could I mention everything that went on? Yeah, it would end up like an entire book, a really, really, really big book. Yeah, you mentioned everything that goes on. You split it into 2 different books. Heck, it took me like 10 hours to read through the first one, maybe 11. Like, I think it was 12 hours to read through book 2. Book 3, I think it took me 12 hours. And it's just enjoying to go through. And I'm trying to read as quickly as possible and gather as much as I can. But honestly, I'm absolutely enjoying it. This is one of those series that I could see myself going back to multiple times. There are those series that you enjoy going through once, but after you've gone through it, just like, it's very simplistic. Not much. This one, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot to like other things going on. I feel like Earth is gonna be something that's brought up eventually. They talk about other realms, but it's magic, so you expect this kind of stuff. But following the character through his summer courses, following the fact that he's in a tournament, that's what you're following him through. That's the main focus, and they don't win everything. At least they don't win. Him and his friends aren't the greatest of them all. They're just students. They're students that work hard and support each other. They're not the best because, heck, they were going up against 3rd years, 4th years, 5th years, and here most of them are first. Their cabal is 1st and 2nd years, and people auditing the courses. And I love the fact that auditing is a thing, because that's something I did when I was in college. I remember going off to classes and just sitting in them because it was enjoyable to do that rather than whatever anyone else does in college. It was fun to learn something new, sit in a class and actively talk in class, because if anyone knows anything about an art class, nobody talks for some reason. So they enjoyed me sitting in there auditing it. But it's just, I like that, the fact that things like that are encouraged. You would think you would want people to encourage that, but no, you have to pay a ton of money in order to attend. No, allow people to attend. Allow people to learn. Sure, they won't get the qualifications or the degree, but at least they'll get some knowledge, which is all that matters. So there's a lot of things in this that I just absolutely enjoy. I enjoy the fact that the person who's the chancellor of the school is really, really, really old. Older than before they started counting time, basically. And he's just, I like how they explain his power away. The fact that he just wants to protect his school and wants knowledge. That's it. He doesn't care about the travesties around the rest of the world because, well, the world keeps repeating itself. So why would he bother? There's no point unless he grasps it all in an iron fist. There is no point in him taking control of the entire world and trying to save them of their woes. The fact that they bring in the deities in their acts, the fact that there's so many things that I enjoy in this book. Everyone's got their own thing. Characters seem like they'll have a huge purpose, like a Malfoy type of character, and then they're gone. Sure, there's still one character, a weasel, the type who weasels themselves into every friend group and is there to use that friend group until they're no longer useful, and then they'll swap friend groups. There's that cockroach, but he's not really a key factor. Everyone knows what he is, at least in Alex's friend group and Alex's cabal. And they don't deal with him. Even though, the main reason they know it is because of one of Alex's cabal used to date that dude. And destroyed her reputation entirely because he'd cheat off her. But yeah, I've absolutely enjoyed this book from start to, well, present. Gonna keep continuing it because it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely, because I didn't expect to get so lost into something that involved classwork, involved learning about herbology, magical herbology, because this one he takes a herbology course. This one he takes the summoning course. He starts training himself blood magic. The references to Drake, Vlad Drake, the person who basically had an addendum in the book of blood magic. It's like, okay. But it's just fun. All the nuances to other stories, other fantasies, other series. It's nice to go through this book and just see that it's primarily about a student going through his own problems. Sure, he's supposed to be a hero, but he's not. He's a student, and I like that. I like the fact that they're focusing on the fact that he's a student. Just by happenstance, he happens to be wanted by the Voldemort character, mainly because he was just trying to escape, so he didn't become the fool. He didn't become the hero, or a hero, which was known as nothing but a fool. He just wanted to make something of himself, other than the deity-given mark. But yeah, this story, I mean, I'm not really saying any spoilers here, because there's just, it's about classes. It's about young wizarding life. It's about taking on challenges. It's about young love, I guess, too. It's about meeting your relationships' parents. Even though you've known them your entire life, you meet them and he just crumbles. The girl he absolutely adores crumbles in front of her parents because she never mentioned the fact that they were in a relationship. There are a lot of little things that are just absolutely hilarious. And it feels more like a slice of life put in a fantasy book because it focuses more on the life, on the scars of each character. It focuses more on what they do on a daily basis, the job he holds, the classes he takes, rather than the Ravender, whatever it is, the Voldemort character. He's a passing thought. Passing thought. They talk more about the Traveler than they do about the ultimate bad guy of, well, Alex's homeland, because it's not a big deal. In the end, that kind of stuff happens in every nation. So nobody really cares. As soon as you cross the border, people just didn't care about what was happening in Alex's homeland. And I like that. I like the fact, because, heck, what do we deal with in daily life? We'll turn on the TV, see there's something going on across the world, and it's just, okay. You might feel a little sorry for them, or you'll just go on about your day. Eat your breakfast. Keep going, not caring. It's so relatable. And the fact that they just include magic to it, it just makes it so much cooler to me. And I absolutely enjoy it. I didn't expect that you could get so much in a semester. Then again, I've always thought about that. It's like there's so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in each individual story. And it seems to just cut out all the fluff. But this one doesn't seem to have fluff. It's just written in a way that it makes everything feel so entertaining, so exciting. But if you're in a magical world and you're doing things that you've never done before, and being in Alex's shoes, sure, he knew magic, but he'd never seen how far it could go. So we're being surprised as long as we follow him, so we can relate to what he's going through. We're introduced in the beginning to the orb he knows, and that's it. And then you're introduced to flying carriages. You're introduced to just weather. You're introduced to weather phenomenon. You're introduced to summoning. You're introduced to all this stuff. And it's fun. It's fun to go through and just be like, yeah, that's so cool. I want to start doing that too. And then Alex starts doing certain things. He has to veer his studies because of the way he is, because of the curse he has. And the mark he has is nothing more than a curse. I'm surprised he didn't tell his instructors he has a curse that makes it difficult for him to do summoning or to do spell casting, because that's technically what he has, a curse mark, a divine given curse mark. But yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying it. Absolutely enjoying these books, and I definitely will go back because I don't know how long they're gonna go for. I absolutely have no clue. It's been a year and I'm 3 books in, and it's been a year. Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. And I just want more. I want more. Give me more of these books. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.